Proverbs 29, the rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. So that would seem to endorse the use of corporal punishment.
I'm one of those guys that I've got parents who 50 years later are still giddy teenagers that were married at the age of 16. And this guy who's the luckiest guy in the world, I've got the greatest parents in the world.
You know, in the case where child abuse is fatal, obviously it's not good for the child, but it's actually a benefit to society because there aren't needed for government services and whatnot over the whole course of that child's life.
That was an Alaska state representative named David Eastman, a Republican, literally claiming that child abuse fatalities could actually have a silver lining, less of a cost on society.
I don't hear you rebutting his argument, Anna. Dude made a point. What's your counter? Does he think that devil's advocate is like an actual job that you can get and he's trying out? That was insane. Also, it's even if like he doesn't even understand what he's saying, he's wrong as well, but also morally abhorrent.
I'm one of those guys that I've got parents who 50 years later are still giddy teenagers that were married at the age of 16. And this guy who's the luckiest guy in the world, I've got the greatest parents in the world. I can accept a number of 16, right? My parents were married at 16. They are disgustingly in love. To this day, they can't keep their hands off each other. And so I would ask this body to consider a more reasonable figure of 16.
These people are so very stupid. They are deeply, deeply stupid. You're the luckiest guy in the world because you exist and your parents happen to have been 16 when he was born, which was about 180 years ago. What's that got to do with what the law should be and the age should be? I was born a long time ago, my parents were 16. So I urge this body to not change anything and never update nothing and make sure that children are at risk everywhere of being sold off into marriages because I'm here, everybody. How exciting.
Number of things here. Number one, obvious hypocrisy. It's what Ben started with. So groomers. Oh, you wanna let 15-year-old girls get married to adult men? Yeah. I mean, like literally. So Republicans are arguing, let's let kids get married. I mean, look, there's no limitations in 8 different states. No limitations at all. You can marry girls as young as you want. And so they say that's not pedophilia. Actual pedophilia is not pedophilia. Democrats being Democrats is pedophilia.
Proverbs 29, the rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. So that would seem to endorse the use of corporal punishment. I am aware, somebody mentioned American Pediatrics thinks that it's a bad thing. I beg to differ, and I have a greater authority.
I mean, American Pediatrics or the Old Testament in the Bible? I'm gonna go with the Old Testament in the Bible to provide cover for educators who use corporal punishment on special needs kids.
I mean, I'm with you on this one. This should be a no-brainer, but I guess there's more debate for this one in Oklahoma. It's pretty shocking. Yeah, I can't believe this.
At least I'm sure every Republican is in agreement that drag shows very bad. Got to protect the kids. I mean, let's beat the kids. Yeah. Let's beat the kids. Yeah. Am I right? Especially the special needs kids. Like they can really get out of line. But at least we're protecting them from drag shows. So think about it.
Absolutely, focusing on the real, important stuff. Absolutely.